Hey guys, I'm Karen Davis, co-pastor here at Kingdom Life Fellowship. Many of you know me by PK. So I want to share a thought with you that I had this morning in my time with the Lord. My husband and I, we have a morning routine like many of you do, and it's pretty consistent unless we have some things going on that kind of throws it off a little bit. But Johnny and I, we get up, well, let me rephrase that. He gets up between 5 and 5:30. I get up between 6:30 and 8. And I normally come in there, I shuffle in the kitchen, and I grab my cup of coffee like I have right now. And I get some coffee, and I grab my blanket, and I curl up in the chair, and we're ready for our conversation. We always have a morning conversation, and we kind of talk about things that are coming up. And in that time, it helps me to stay balanced. It helps me to stay focused, so I don't get off track like a lot of us do sometimes. And so here lately, we find ourselves talking about what everyone's talking about, and that's COVID-19. And it just seems to just saturate every part of our life. And how is this going to affect us as a family? How's it going to affect the church, our city, our nation? And those are very valid questions. But if you stay focused on that, for me, the alarm bells start going off, and if I allow myself, I can find myself in a position of fear and embracing fear and allowing that to just consume me. And so this morning, there again, I got up and I found myself going through my normal routine, and shuffled in there and got my coffee, my blanket, sat down, and man, I was ready to talk. And it was different because it wasn't a talk with my husband as much, but with the Lord. My husband got up and got ready and went to work, and I found myself just sitting there talking to the Lord and really just thinking about everything. And I was like, Lord, I want my normal back. I want everything to go back to normal. And there were 7 words that came to me from Isaiah. And it said, I am doing a new thing. I sat there and I thought, Lord, but I kind of like my normal. I like the way things are. I like knowing what's going to happen and knowing where things are and what my day is going to look like. I like that normal. And so I found myself sitting there, and I was really whining to the Lord. That's, in a nutshell, that's really all I was doing is I was whining. And after a few moments of my whining, I was really saying, Lord, I want it to be my way. I want it to be the way I think it should be. And then I remembered Psalms 145:17 that says that the Lord is righteous in all of his ways. And that is true. God is righteous in all of his ways. And I don't understand his ways. They're way above what I could even comprehend. And so he is a righteous God. And then I reflected back on Jeremiah 29:11 that says, I know the thoughts that I have towards you. They're a peace. They're good things. And there's an expected end. And so I found myself saying, okay, Lord, what does the end look like? What is this supposed to look like? Because I want my normal back. And when I think about everybody being at home with their family, we're all thrust into a confined space that we really want because we've been talking, I want time with my family, and now all of a sudden we have it and we don't know what to do with it. We find ourselves working less hours and maybe not making as much money and wondering what's going to happen with the bills, what's going to happen with the groceries, and what am I going to do with my kids now that they're not in school, and our normal looks different. And it seems like our fast-paced world has been slowed down to a crawl, and it's uncomfortable. It's not normal, and it makes us uneasy, and it can even be challenging at times. And so I thought about, okay, Lord, if this is a temporary normal, what can I do to make it normal? What does it need to look like? And I think back about the things that our family, the things we want with our family, temporarily, we now have time with our family that we always wanted but we never had. The time that we wanted to do things outside, or the distractions that drew us away from things, those are now been temporarily removed. And what about the time we wanted to pray, or the time we wanted to spend with the Lord, and we said, but Lord, if I just had more time. Well, now we find ourselves in a situation where we temporarily have more time. So what does this look like? They say that if you do something for 21 days, that it creates a habit. Now, personally, I pray that this doesn't go for 21 days, but if it did, and we did something, we changed our normal, and we created a new normal for 21 days, how would it affect our family? How would it affect our community, our churches, our nation, our city? How would it change things around us to maybe be a new norm? And it wouldn't be just a temporary thing, but it would be a permanent thing. So I just want to challenge you to take this time that's abnormal and create a new normal, not just with your family, not just at home, but with the Lord. Create a new normal with Him. I love you. I pray for you. And I hope to see you soon. God bless.